repeating, are your children ready for the roads? Don't get surprised, because we are subjected to run to compete, to be better, to be best. Do not prepare a road for your children. Prepare children for the road. You will see they'll be more happy, they'll be more strong, they'll be more respected, and you will have a lot of peace of mind. Hello friends, good morning, namaskar, adab, sat sri akal. Today I am back again with a new topic. This topic is actually not new, it is a part of our daily life. Without this, we cannot think of our future, our society, our family, our life. But still, we don't touch it, we don't think about it, we don't talk about it. And for this, when the problem comes up in a big way, we run to the doctors, we run to the psychologists, we run to the psychiatrists, we run to the counselors. And that time, most of the people reach the point of no return. Yes, I'm talking out of my experience with not many people in my age, in my professional life, in my personal life, in my social life, in my business life. Almost everyone is suffering from this problem. The main reason is, we all know, modern living, high thinking, EMIs, extra collection of unwanted things. Now before we start, I would like to add one thing here in my video. This is such an important topic, such an important subject of life. To talk about it, it's going to take a long time, but I've tried to keep it as short as possible. Still, it has run into 20 plus minutes. Please bear with me for this length of the video. I hope you will understand. If I break it into parts, you will lose interest. The entire gravity of the whole subject will be lost. And half knowledge is very dangerous. You are so busy. If you see first part, you will not see the second part or third part another 2 months. The entire connectivity will be gone. So please bear with me with the time. It is almost 30 minutes. For your convenience, I am going to break it into 5 parts, 6 minutes each also. But to begin with, I'm going to make it only one episode. Please spare your time to look at it from beginning till end. If you don't have that kind of a time, there are 5 episodes of this particular subject in a series. I would very humbly request you to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to press the bell icon. This will keep you notified about my every videos. I expect it from each of you. Don't forget to give me comments. Now let us come back to our topic. And today's topic is, are your children ready for the roads? Yes. Are your children ready for the roads? You must be thinking, What the hell Mr. Bali is talking? Why should our children go to the roads? We are splendid, we are well off, we are highly educated, our children are being put to the best of the schools, colleges and institutions. We have got everything. Why our children should be ready for the roads? Yes. My friend, if you are listening to me with full mind, body and soul at this time, and if you have got children grown up, starting from year 10 in their age, it is the time to look back, to think, to listen what I am talking. I am repeating, are your children ready for the roads? Don't get surprised. In just recent times, yes, in just very recent times, everyone in the entire world has faced a catastrophic period in their lives. You must be with me what I'm saying, what I'm going to say. Number one, it happened after almost 100 years, the COVID pandemic. Millions died due to that. Millions. People were not finding place to bury their loved ones who lost them to COVID. People not finding place in the cremation grounds to cremate them. It was a horrific time. And just recently, almost 7 to 10 days back, on 6th of February, massive earthquake rocked Turkey and Seria. Thousands died. On record, they're talking of more than 40,000. Now you can imagine, off the record, how many would have perished. Almost every doctrine set by the experts, gurus, and the masters has been redefined. Every theory has gone to the rocks. Every theory has gone to the dogs. I'm using the word dogs. No one knows when anyone on this earth can be on the roads. Bigwigs, intelligence, wise, powerful, moneyed people were craving, were crying for a pound of oxygen, few tablets, and they could not get it in time. Millions and billions were lying in their accounts. Nobody could save them. They were worse than being on the road. They were put in the hospitals, on the floors. They were not getting beds. It was worse than road. Turkey, people were sleeping. Everything was rocked. Massive buildings were pulled down to rubbles. It did not spare anyone. May it be a pauper, may it be a billionaire. Just recently, 2 or 3 days back, I was watching a video on YouTube. I was shocked to see a person carrying a few loaves of breads, middle-aged, maybe in 50s or early 60s. He was in tears, and under that it was written, this gentleman was owner of 33 flats in the buildings which collapsed, and he was subjected to be in the queue on the road. To be in the queue on the road, I'm repeating, to get few loaves of breads. The person who is owning 33 flats anywhere in the world is a millionaire. Is a millionaire. See, no one knows when anyone on this earth can be on the roads. If you look back in just recent time, 1 or 2 years, we get chills in our spine. We all have seen the worst happening in the world. Yes, we all have seen the worst of worst happening in the world. All modern development have seemingly been redefined and is continued to be so every day. Some people have started calling it New World Order. You will agree with me, wisdom, intelligence, understanding, emotions, calculations, aspirations, ambitions have been put to the real test for particularly the educated urban population of the world. Rural and the people who are poor, below poverty line, economically weaker section, they do not stay on the multi-level buildings. They have got single-story houses. If something happens like this, they are subjected to minimal loss of property in life. Repeating, the people who are urbanized, living in multi-level houses, multi-level buildings, having a culture of modern living, collection of unnecessary things, may it be automobile, may it be gadgets, may it be dresses, may it be furnishings, may it be anything. And to retain it, they are subjected to EMIs, equated monthly installments. What happened to people who lost their jobs in the catastrophes recently? EMIs defaulted. Their CIBIL score, the credit ratings, gone. Some people have surrendered the property, some people have surrendered the automobiles, some people have surrendered or returned the things. My dear friend, are you preparing your children for the roads? Because if we look at the recent threat of environment, global warming, industrialization, and things which are real threat to the environment, anything can happen. Seria was thwarted by floods right after the earthquake because the dam damaged and it busted. Anything can happen. Nobody can control nature. At least we can control our nature, our own nature, our mind, our thoughts, our expression, our delivery, our talks, our planning. At least we can make it better. Why to run to psychologist, psychiatrist? You will agree with me? Psychologists, psychiatrists, teachers, guides, mentors and counselors are finding it difficult to set and reset their courses and the methods of handling their subjects and patients. Are you with me? Just recently, after all this, I also contracted COVID. But with God's kindness, I'm living, I'm saved. Yes, I have superannuated. I do a lot of thinking. I talk to people, I meet people, I read, I watch videos. Just recently I was talking to a psychologist who happens to be a very long old friend of mine on this subject. After very long discussions and deliberations, I arrived at the following, which I feel should be shared with everyone for the direct benefits. See, we are human beings. We have been blessed by the Mother Nature, by the Almighty God, with 5 full senses. with 5 fully controlled and placed elements. If we talk on that, that's a very long subject. We'll talk on it sometime else. But let's come back to the point. To think about anything, to plan for anything, to write for anything, to assume for anything, we need to have different kind of quotients, mental quotients. We put them into 4 basic categories, starting with intelligence quotient, much talked about all time. Emotional quotient recently came into picture after people became more aware of media, education, academics, and people became more social, particularly women. In earlier ancient or past times, women were not so social in our society. Social quotient, number 3. Then comes adversity quotient, about which nobody talks, nobody thinks about it. And this is where we falter. This is where we lose everything. May it be family, may it be property, may it be peace of mind, may it be anything, may it be respect. Let us start with number 1, intelligence quotient. You know what is intelligence quotient? Intelligence quotient is the measure of your level of comprehension. It's the measure of the level of your comprehension. You need IQ, you need intelligence quotient to memorize things, to recall lessons, to solve various mathematical problems, which you generalize when you are put to academics in school, college and institution. You are subjected to few things, if you put it on fingers: read, write, memorize, solve, present. This can be handled only with intelligence quotient. White matter, grey matter, patience, understanding, grasping, expressing and delivering it. Then comes the emotional quotient. We call it EQ. Yes, my friends, EQ. This is the measure of ability to maintain, to be humble, genuine and considerate, to become a good social being, to become a good family member, to become a good friend, always to be on time to your commitments, always to be honest, to behave responsible, to keep peace with others, to respect the people, always respect the boundaries. All the things are controlled by emotional quotient. Means when you are subjected to a situation to handle men or any living being, may it be your dog, may it be your cow, may it be your any other pet animal, you need to have an emotional quotient in place. Otherwise, you will never be able to go with them. Then comes social quotient. SQ. This is the measure of your ability to build a network of friends, customers, your business suppliers, your service providers, and maintain it for a long time. This is social quotient. Your nature, your habits, your sustenance power, your patience, your thought process, your understanding, again coming your expression, to get the best out of people to whom you are connected in your past, present and future life. The people who are going to be your contacts to be converted into connections. The other day I was talking in a video, what's the difference between the contacts and connections? If you remember what I said, if you have not seen it, please go and have it. Look at it. It's in my library on my YouTube channel, on this one. You have to maintain relationship with all of them in the society, your professional society, your personal society, your family society. You have to have a social quotient. It has been observed, my friends, it has been generally observed that in our life, that the people that have higher EQ and SQ, the people who have got higher emotional quotient and social quotient, tend to go further in their life than those with high IQ but low EQ and SQ. You will have seen in your life your schoolmates, your college mates who must be very intelligent, but they were not good in keeping relations, they were not good in retaining people, they were not good in keeping connections, could not grow to the levels the people who used to work on those sides, aspects of life. Yes, generally, we tend to capitalize on improving IQ always because we are subjected to run to compete, to be better, to be better, to be better, to be best. While EQ and SQ are always played down. Our seniors, unfortunately, in our Indian society, they forget to teach us, to coach us, to mentor us, to guide us on these two EQs, EQ and SQ, emotional quotient and social quotient. Yes, some people are blessed naturally with this, but it is a bitter fact of life that a man with high IQ can end up being employed by a man of high EQ and SQ, even though he has average IQ, even though he has an average IQ, that is intelligence quotient. Generally, people with high IQ and without EQ and SQ are called arrogant, are called bossy, are called selfish. Alright? Are you with me? It would not be out of place to say that your EQ represents your character. Yes, your EQ represents your character. Emotional quotient, if you are emotionally sound, if you are emotionally balanced, and if you are emotionally careful, you become a person with very high character. While your SQ represents your charisma to handle people, to get connected to the people, to carry on, make you charismatic. You may be a good talker, you may be a good presenter, you may be a good artist, you may be a good teacher, you may be a good professor, you may be a good lecturer. If people look up to you, it makes you charismatic. My friends, mind it, keep it always in mind. For the future of your children, for the peace of your family, for the happiness of your family, tell your children, give into the habits that will improve these three Qs, especially EQ and SQ. Yes, intelligence quotient is must to start, propel, progress, establish, and get placed. But to get growth, respect, peace of mind, you need to have EQ and SQ at the outset. Without these two parts of life, generally people tend to go sick, go depressed, go frustrated. They tend to say, I know everything, I'm better than him, I can solve it, I can prepare it, I can make it, I can produce it, I can understand it. But they're not able to connect with the people, they're not able to create a charisma to be liked by the people for whom they're going to create, solve, or prepare, or present. can talk at as much as long we can, but time is the limit. Now we come to number 4, a new paradigm, a real new paradigm. Number 4 is adversity quotient, AQ. This is because we have become materialistic, we have become extra intelligent, we have become extra wise, which has in return given us and gifted us with arrogance, selfishness, frustration. We always want to be on the top. Why? What for? Enjoy sometime being in the middle. Enjoy sometime being in the bottom. Enjoy sometime being on the side. Let people read you, understand you, like you, trust you. Trust reminds of one of theory. Being intelligent on the basis of IQ, we become good performers, top performers, fast performers, furious performers. But are we trustworthy to the people, the customers, to the students, to the opponents? No. Because there are millions of metrics to measure performance, and not even a single one to measure trust. You always find people gauging other one on the basis of performance graph. Person here at the performance levels, and at trust he's here, is very dangerous. Very toxic, can be very toxic, not only to society, not only to the people, but to himself. At one point of time, he put himself to depression, anxiety, to some kind of sickness. But if he is trustworthy, it will render him happiness. It will render him peace of mind. It will render him respect. So you have to be trustworthy. And to be trustworthy, first of all, you have to trust yourself. Being emotionally balanced, socially balanced, which will handle the adversities of life to make you a person with very high adversity quotient. And this technically is the measure of your ability to go through a rough patch of life, which everybody gets, everyone gets in their lives, and come out of it without losing your mind. When a person is faced with troubles in life, his AQ, his adversity quotient determines who will give up, who will abandon their family, friends, society, peers, nears and dears, who will abandon job, business and social circle, and last but not the least, but very dangerous, who will consider to go for a suicide, the ultimate adversity of life. My friends, this new paradigm of social life is very important, and it was never discussed. We were subjected to it. Most of the people get subjected to it. It did not have any solution to it. Solution to it is go back. Be socially balanced, be emotionally balanced, be intelligent, be wise. And A to Z and Z to A. We have to do it every day. We have to renew our relationships every morning. If we don't say good morning, Namaste, Ram Ram, Bye Lagu to our family members who are seniors, our same age and the juniors, one day they will ignore, second day they will think why he is not doing, third day they will be subjected to surprise, and 10th day they will start questioning it. And if you keep on doing it, they will start avoiding you. The relationships start sparking, and at one point it gets burnt, finished. So my friend, we have to renew our relationship on daily basis, every morning, every afternoon, every evening, every night. 4 times a day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. So if we are stable with our intelligence, with our emotions, with our social systems, and handling all the things at all 4 times in 24 hours, we avoid adversities, we can handle it much better. The people will be there to help us always, to hold us always. Here comes the saying that God help those who help themselves. You have to help yourself. Nobody has seen God. God comes in the shape of people, your family members, your friends, your peers, your nears, your dears, your teachers, your masters. Friends, I'm talking out of my experience of 44 years professional life. Parents, guardians, please expose your children to the other areas of life than just academics, just profit, just growth, just running, just competition, just competing. They should also not only but adore manual labor. Never use work as a form of a punishment. You should encourage them to be a good sportsman. You should encourage them to be a good artist. During the COVID, I could see a vice president of a corporate house when the company shut down the gates to the employees. She was making parathas somewhere in Delhi. She was good at it. She was on the road to make it. All the posh offices, all the posh houses. But what about our hunger, our need, our food, our life? If she would not have done it, she would have died. Her family would have starved to death. So my friends, prepare your children for the road. Don't prepare the roads for them. Do not prepare the roads for them. If you want your children to be self-dependent, happy, and scale innumerable heights in their lives, then develop their IQ as well as their EQ, SQ, and AQ. They should become multifaceted human beings, able to do things independently of their parents. Last but not the least, I would like to repeat, do not prepare a road for your children. Prepare children for the road. You will see they'll be more happy, they'll be more strong, they'll be more respected, and you will have not a peace of mind. If a vice president can make parathas on a rally in the road, what to talk of an engineer, a doctor, an executive, a manager, a general manager, or even a small businessman or a micro businessman or a startup founder. कल किसने देखा है? किसी ने नहीं देखा. जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना. यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. So my friends, I sum up today's video here. I hope you would have liked it. I repeat again, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And above all, press the bell icon. Thank you very much. Please let me have your feedback. You people are very wise, very informed, very intelligent than me. I'm a very humble student and avid learner. Please support me by giving your feedback, comments. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.